All right, so welcome everybody to our Tuesday night group call. I am extremely excited about tonight. We have a very special guest. She is one of the directors in our group. So this is exciting, and it's also really exciting to hear from her, even though I'm totally putting her on blast, and she is going to be amazing and not nervous at all. So I'm not going to take him any time. If we have time when she is done, then we will chat, but I am going to turn it over to Cindy Abraham, who is going to tell us about herself first, because a lot of us don't know. And then you're going to get in and talk to us about, Cindy has Rockstar PRV every single month. And she is definitely somebody that I believe we can learn from. And so I'm really, really excited that you said yes to me and to us, and that you are going to share with us tonight. So
Hi. Hi guys.
Right ahead.
My name is Cindy. So I started with Scentsy in 2014. So this is my 8th year. And I originally just signed up for the discount because I was doing parties, and who I was doing parties under kept saying, you know, your parties are great, your family, your friends are buying, you might as well sign up. So actually me and my sister started doing it together because we were living together at the time. So we did it together. And just within like the last, I don't know, 2.5 years, it kind of like exploded for me and turned more into a business. And I don't know. I love it. It's so much fun, and I know a lot about the product. So, and I use them. Obviously, I use everything daily in my home. So I have 2 young boys that keep me going. So I'm always on the go. Connor is 3. He was just right here. He's the one that doesn't ever want to go to bed. And then my 7-year-old Colton. And I feel like it's like a family business because they both want to help, and everybody loves them on camera too. So maybe that helps me. So I have a lot of notes of things I want to talk to you guys about tonight. So, but if anybody has any questions, stop me while I'm going. I'm a little shaky because I'm nervous, but okay. So definitely, obviously consistency. So there's certain things I do in my VIP group every month that gets me automatic PRV. I think I said VIP group, sorry. That gets me PRV every month. So I do a scent of the month club, and my VIPs love that. So they get the new scent of the month every month, and I ship it to them. I used to use my kit that I would get every month when I had less than 9 in it, but now I have about almost 40 people that are subscribed to this. So, so I do that every month. And then I do a scent crate every month, which, if you're not familiar with scent crates, it's just a mystery box you put together, and I choose a theme and I stay consistent with it. I post it on the 15th of every month, and I give them till the 20th to decide if they want it or not for that month. And I post the theme. They just don't know what the contents are. So it's something I put together, and I do it like for the next, I do it on the 15th, and then they have till the 20th to decide, and then it comes the next month. So like when I post mine this 15th, it'll be like the November scent crate because we're in October, and they'll get it like the first week of November. So I do those every month. There's also a great group, if you're not aware, on Facebook that a lot of consultants are in for scent crate ideas. I can't remember the name of it, but I can share it after if you guys want me to. I'm also I find a lot of stuff on Pinterest. I use Pinterest. It's like my best friend. So I'm always searching for my customers, like 6-pack bundles picked for them a lot of the times. So if they like more bakery stuff, I'm always, looking up 6-pack bundles on Pinterest. And I also stick to days of the weeks, and I do, like for Tuesday, I do Tip Tuesday, and I post different tips and tricks with using your Scentsy products, and my VIP customers love that too. So like today I shared, if you clean your fan blades with counter clean, and you turn the fan on, you can smell like that scent, that fragrance, and they loved that. So Maybe I'll get some orders for counter clean. But I just share different tips and tricks, you know, the cotton balls soaking up the wax, cotton cleanups when you can get them. So things like that. And then I always do mass emails to my customers when there's new releases or LTOs coming out, and take pre-orders for those. So if you don't use, I use Jotform a lot for stuff like that. And just to keep it organized, because like I said, 2 kids, I do work full-time too. So I'm a medical biller and I work from home. So my computer's back here behind me. So I do work full-time and kind of do this full-time, I feel like. So, but this is way more fun. Okay. And then obviously I spoil my customers, so they love getting happy mail. I'll do 10-pack wax bundle deals where I private message them, but I only do that like every, I don't know, quarter, maybe like once a quarter for them. Sometimes they'll start messaging me saying, hey, when are you going to do a 10-pack bundle? And mystery bags. Sometimes if I have an overabundance of stock in my home where like I have nowhere to put it, I'll do mystery bags for those. And I'm always sending happy mail to them. Like when I'm doing parties and I get those PWS orders, I always send out happy mail. And actually I brought one to show. I just put like a felt sample and a product sheet, my business card, and then I put the flyer for the month, and then the felt sample of the scent of the month in here. And it only costs $1 to ship these in these little plastic mailers. So knock on wood, I haven't got any back. So I know the postal service is crazy and they send stuff back all the time, but I've gotten lucky with those so far. So I send those out as my happy mail. And then I'm always promoting Scentsy Club, always. Like I even have a printout where I had one in front of me earlier, but I don't know what I did with it. But I printed out like a postal card. It's probably about this size, and of Scentsy Club information. So every order I get when I send them like thank you happy mail, I put one of those in there, like talking about Scentsy Club, especially if it's like a new customer that I obviously from a party that I don't know. So I send them that, and I have about 26 subscribers for my Scentsy Club right now. So that's automatic PRV. So I'm always promoting Scentsy Club. And I do customer links. I have a couple customers that, you know, live out of state. So I offer them their own like party link so they can earn rewards off of all their purchases. They love that. So those are like some things I do, you know, consistent within my VIP group for customers that join my VIP group or have been in there for, you know, years. So those are things I stay consistent with. Then obviously parties. I do a lot of parties, but they're all virtual. I usually do maybe 2 or 3 a week, but I just started doing where I'm like trying to free up some of my evenings. It's only a half hour. So what I do is I create the party on Facebook. I haven't done any Zoom ones or anything like that yet, but they've only been Facebook, and I go live on the night that they choose for a half hour. So I keep them short and sweet. I talk about the products. A lot of people will tell me how, what's the word I'm looking for? Like how knowledgeable or in-depth I'm going about the product. Things I share tips and tricks too that they don't know, like the number on the dish, you know, the different wattages, the different colored bulbs. Like I share different things that they may not know. So if they are already using Scentsy, they can learn something new too. And I just make it fun. And like I said, short and sweet. I do half hour. I don't know if you can see this way, sorry, behind me, I have like a stand set up, but I didn't have that at first. I just worked with what I had. I just went live, showed a warmer, showed the bar, talked about our wax. I talk about how it's, you know, paraffin food grade. People love that. They love that our products are safe. They love that our cleaning products don't have any harsh chemicals or bleach or pneumonia, anything like that in them. So I talk to them about all that because that's stuff that they don't know. And then I know I saw a post earlier today that people were struggling with their host getting sales or being engaging. So I actually have a Hostess coaching outline that I follow, and I'm willing to share that if anybody wants me to. But what I do is when I open their party link, I message them in the morning and the evening every day that's open in their party. I don't want to overwhelm them, but I want them to stay engaged. I want them to post in their party link or on their Facebook saying that they're having a party. Because if their friends and family are seeing that they're excited and that they love the products, then they're going to buy from them or help them to get to their goal. So, and I always tell each host that, okay, our party goal is $500. I don't tell them 2, I say 5. So we shoot for 5. Every host I ask if they've ever been interested in joining. And I'm usually shocked at some that say yes, because I never would have thought on, some of them, you just never know. So I always ask everyone, because the one time I didn't, they did the party with me and then signed up under somebody else. So that was a total bummer. So I always ask everyone, if they say no, then no biggie, whatever. There will be no's, obviously. And then for their guests, I'll offer an early bird special the day 24 hours before the live party. And the only thing I do is send them 3 samples. That's it. But people love samples. So it gets people to place their orders early instead of wait till last minute or forget. And I usually only leave my parties open for about 7 days, unless the hostess asks me to leave it open longer. Then I, will extend it. If it's supposed to end on a Wednesday and they're like, can you extend it till Friday because payday or whatever, I'll do that for them. But I try not to keep it open more than 7 days, because then it's like lingering. You're trying to figure out what to, come up with more things to post, because I have like a structured things that I post each day. And then the other thing that I do while I'm live is I play a game with them at the end. And what I do is I say, if you don't have a Scentsy consultant already, I'm going to put my phone number in the comments, save me as your wax lady. And I want you to text me a number between 1 to 10. So a lot of people will play. I'll get numbers, from people phone numbers I don't know, texting me, and if they say 2, so that's when I text them back saying, hey, thanks for joining the live tonight. For joining the live, since you picked number 2, if you host a virtual fragrance social of your own, I never say party, I always say virtual fragrance social is what I call mine. So I never say the word party, because some people get turned off by the word party. I don't know why, but it's almost like they feel like it's a lot of work or something. So anyways, I say if they host one of their own and it reaches at least 200 in sales, they'll get, usually I do a mini warmer. I'll say you'll get a mini warmer for $2. And people love that. And that's how I keep getting more and more parties booked and keep my calendar steady with parties each month. So, and what I use is the Perpetual party reward. And I just pay, the $8 difference. Most of the time they say a higher number, so I get lucky. But so that has helped me get more parties. And usually it's people, new customers. It's people I don't know. So that's getting me new customers. And then at the end of the party, I always post, a link to my VIP page. Not all the people that ordered in that party go to my VIP page, obviously, but the ones that do are new customers, and it helps me keep, networking and getting newer customers. And then they eventually do a party, and then I'm learning, meeting more of their friends and family, and just, it's like a big cycle. So I've been doing anywhere between, I want to say 7 to 10 parties at least a month. So I usually don't do any at the beginning or end of the month just because I don't want to overwhelm myself with transition and all that. But that's what I do. I don't know how to use this Zoom, so I don't know if there was questions.
I've got you covered. Don't you worry.
I can go to the chat, but I'm like, I don't know how to use this.
Don't worry about it. So I will, I'm going to ask you my questions first and then we'll go through the chat.
Okay.
So how much would you say, how much of your PRV each month is coming from Scentsy Club-ish?
So it changes
Ballpark
obviously
it.
every
Sure.
month. I would say probably 700.
Okay.
I'd like about 700 or so.
All right. So about 700 is coming from Scentsy Club.
Yes.
How much is coming from Scent Crate? Roughly.
Usually that's always about a $500 party that I put in for my scent crates.
Okay. So 500. Then you said you've got 40 people in your Scent of the Month club.
Yep.
So that's an additional, 40 bars is what, another $200 ish?
Yeah.
Ish, maybe. Okay, so we're up to like $1,500 a month about is coming from recurring business, even if the frequency on the Scent Crate isn't every month or Scentsy Club isn't every month, it doesn't matter. Bottom line is about 1,500 PRV is coming from something that's happening recurring. And I just wanted to drive that point home because you basically are starting each month with 1,000 PRV. You've got 1,000 PRV before you've even had 7 to 10 of your parties.
Yes.
Which means if 7 to 10 parties at anywhere from 300 to 600 a piece, that's where your PRV is climbing to the level that your PRV typically is anywhere from what, 7 to 11,000?
Yeah, last month was insane. Last month I was I was at like 12,000 last month, but I flipped a party to a host and gave her the 600 of her sales. So that's why I'm like, I'm so close to earning that second level incentive because she's so close to being certified. Yeah, and she's doing it right now. So I'm like, fingers.
Good.
But
that's awesome. But I wanted to drive. Go ahead.
Because of, asking them to join. I have 3 that are starting this week and all 3 hosts said yes, that they have been interested in joining. So I am hoping that I can swing them to join.
Here's the other reason why that 1,000 to 1,500 per month is really important. Because if you truly are having parties and flipping them, you still need PRV to come from somewhere.
Right.
And so it's really nice, even if you went on the, I'm going to say lower side in comparison to Cindy, and had $500 PRV coming in each month because of something that's recurring, you are setting yourself up way ahead. Okay, so
I actually have a new recruit that started, I think 2 months ago now. And, I've talked to her about what I do, what I'm consistent with, and she's doing the same. Obviously in her own authentic way. She does a scent crate. She doesn't do the same theme as me or anything like that. She does her own thing. And it's the 12th of the month, I think, right? Yeah. And she's already at 1,200 in sales.
That's awesome. So that's another testament to not only sponsoring somebody, but if you show them what you do, you kind of you bring them on and teach them to do what you do. And then that's how you can really grow your team and your business pretty quickly. If you can get your downline to duplicate what you do, that's huge. Let me be the devil's advocate or ask the devil's advocate question here. How come Scent Crate of your own and not Whiff Box from Scentsy?
I do promote the Whiff Box too. I actually do get a lot of sales for the Whiff Box too, but it's weird. My VIP customers want to see what's in the Whiff Box before they'll order it, or I've promoted the Scentsy Club and getting it half off. So a lot of them have the whiff box in their half off. So sometimes they want the whiff box from Scentsy and they want my scent crate. So
Okay.
I'm not going to fight them on it, but yes, I do promote the whiff box every month too.
Okay. And that was not to like put you on.
Oh, no, not at all.
It's just it's a question because I mean, even I've asked it before, why do a scent crate when Scentsy offers whiff box, but
actually, because I've been doing them for so long, I used to call them a whiff box when I did them until Scentsy brought out the whiff box. So I changed the name to scent crate, like most other consultants you see do their own and they call them scent crates too.
and that's really the answer right there, is because you've been doing scent crates for longer than Scentsy had the whiff box.
Longer than the box was.
So you said you send out mass emails to your customers every time there's new releases. How do you send out the mass email? Are you using an email service?
I am not. I don't like to pay.
You?
I don't like to pay extra for all those services. I have
Good for you.
On my laptop and I just hold shift down and just get all the emails and paste.
Good for you.
It takes an hour out of my day. This is my son Colton that should be in bed.
I love though that you said you don't have to use every paid service that's out there. You don't have to use every cool tool that is out there. You do what works for you.
Right.
You do what's fastest.
And you work
you work with what you have.
I signed up fully party thing and it just did not work for me. So I have my own party outline and copy paste.
Yes.
Only thing that I really do love is the Amy app. I do use that for all of my follow-up. And actually, when I'm thanking them for my order, at the bottom of the email, I have programmed telling them about my Scent of the Month club. And that's how I keep getting more customers into my Scent of the Month club as well.
That is awesome. So let me ask you, that was the next thing on my list. So your Scent of the Month club, and you're sending those out.
Yes.
So have you found, if it's a $6 bar of wax, how much is it costing you to send it out and how do you send it?
Okay. So what I do, I charge them $10 and that covers the bar and shipping. I use Pirate Ship. I have a little scale. I just weigh one of the packages. All the packages are the same. So I weigh one and then I print them all out and, send them out. But I send the bar. I usually send the hold on, sweetie, the Warmer of the Month flyer. And then I'll put, something exclusive in there to make them feel valued that they're a Scent of the Month clubber. So this month I did the brick samples. I used the little tool thing and chopped up all the bricks and they're all getting each sample of each of the 5 bricks so that I can start getting orders for those and collecting orders for those.
What are you shipping the bar in?
A bubble mailer.
And what size?
It's 6x9.
Perfect. Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. And the reason why we like Pirate Ship, I use Pirate Ship as well. The reason why we like Pirate Ship is because it does save you money over the retail prices of going into the post office. Yes. So it is, and the thing, you don't use Pirate Ship to send first class letters because those you just use stamps for. But anytime you're sending anything that is a package or in a bubble mailer, Pirate Ship will save you money. Scales are very inexpensive. You can even use a kitchen scale if you want to. So that answers that question though. So $10, you're getting a bar, you put in something a little bit extra, plus it gets you touching 40 different people per month. And I love it. We are moms, aren't we? I feel this is my life right here.
Yeah, they only want to bother me while I'm,
I know that. I know that. How do they pay you the $10?
So I use Square Invoicing a lot and I put in the note field on there my Venmo information. I use Cash App. I have everything just because I want to make it convenient for my customers. I don't want them to have to download a new app to have to pay me. Yeah. So I have it recurring on Square. You can set it up to recur on Square. So on the 27th of every month, it drops all my Scent of the Month invoices, and then they can pay me. It says in there whatever way they want to pay me. So I have people that pay me Venmo, and then I just mark it paid in Square when they pay me. So it's super simple because I'm like, I don't want to have to go and send an invoice in Venmo, an invoice in Cash App, an invoice in PayPal, so I just drop all in Square, recurring the 27th of every month, and then they pay me how they want to pay me. So it just works out the best way that way.
What do you do with, okay, so that explains Scent of the Month Club. Yes, we would love the Hostess coaching checklist. You can go ahead and share that, and together we sent when we're done.
Yes.
And then Consultant Creations, you guys, the link has been put in the chat if you want to be a part of that Facebook page. I want to say though, with anything that is ever suggested, if it's not something you have to do, it's something if you want to do it. This is not to cloud you with more things. This is not to make your head noisier. This is for your curiosity. And if it ends up fitting in your business, or it's something that you decide you want to try, then you don't have to do all of the things. Every consultant doesn't do all of the things. And so when we try, that's when we fall.
I have a lot of customers that don't use the wax and they use the pod. So they're like, can you start a pod club? And I'm just like going back and forth on it, because I'm like, I already do so many different things.
Yeah. And you do, you kind of have to pick and choose, and what, some things come easier to us than others. And those are the things when you're able to keep a system alive. And like you said, you started out your conversation tonight with us saying consistency is the key.
Yeah.
Then
yes. Like I said, my VIP customers, those are guaranteed monthly sales. And when I stay consistent with it, the 27th for the Scent of the Month Club, they know on the 15th, I'm going to post my new scent crate. I just, I love that Facebook has the scheduled posts. So if you're not using those and you don't know how, we can show you, because that's amazing. Being able to schedule posts. I schedule all my posts for my parties. I schedule all my posts for my VIP page. Obviously, you've seen I have 2 boys. They keep me busy and I work all day. So usually when I'm laying in bed at night, I start scheduling my posts for the next day.
And Camille asks about Scent Crate and the value and the cost and everything. And I'm actually going to just divert to the Scent Crate page for that, because there's so many ideas there, and everybody posts, here's the value, here's how much I charge, here's what I do. So I'm going to actually send.
Honestly, depends on your customers too, because I found that I was charging too much and wasn't getting as many subscribers, and I went down a little lower, and I found a price that works for my customers to where
Tell us what that price is.
$25.
$25. And does that include the shipping?
No.
Okay.
$25 each scent crate, and then they add on tax and their shipping.
The Amy app, it's AMI, and that is something that if you search your workstation, your Scentsy workstation for AMI, you're going to get all of the information. It is a follow-up app that directly links to our workstation. So when somebody places an order with you, their information goes over to the Amy app and triggers you to send them a thank you text, a thank you email, and it's a really great follow-up system. So Amy, AMI, for anybody that is new and is not familiar with that. Do you buy the Scent of the Month bars ahead of time? Well, you can only buy the kit ahead of time. You have to then wait for the first to place your order for those extra bars.
Correct.
And so when does your Scent of the Month Club typically go out then?
As soon as I get the order, I already have everything stuffed and ready. I just drop the bars in there, weigh it, pack, and put the label on, and they go right back out the door, because I don't want them to.
And because a lot of these customers are recurring each month, their information is saving in Pirate Ship. So you basically just start typing their name and their information populates. The other nice part about Pirate Ship is you have the ability to, if you're sending 40 of them and they all weigh the same, you have the ability to save that package in there as your Scent of the Month Club.
Yep.
And you just type their name, their address populates, you select that it's a Scent of the Month, and boom, you're ready to print the label. So it does make it really quick.
Usually do it on my lunch break. So that's how quick and easy I can get them right back out.
Okay. Regarding mystery bags, do you let them pick the scents your customers want, or do you stick with just a theme? So no, mystery bags, the whole goal behind mystery bags, correct me if I'm wrong for you, is you're sitting on product you want to get rid of, and so you
Yep.
throw it all in into a
Mystery.
mystery bag, and that's what it's. I
Yep.
mean, yeah.
I don't like being stuck with stuff for multiple seasons. So
Yeah.
that's when I
Agreed.
do them.
Okay. Well, that's all the chat questions. Does anybody have anything else? I'm gonna unpin Cindy for a second so that we have we're back to our gallery view here for the recording. So anybody have anything else that you want to ask or add? Or you can, if you don't want to ask it, you can drop it in the chat as well. I love that you shared with us all of the different angles and areas that your business is coming from. And I love that because it's showing that, and I even misunderstood because I mean, I know that a lot of the majority of your PRV does come from your partying. And so I entitled this training Partying, but I love that you actually demonstrated how many different areas that you have money coming in or PRV coming in for the month. And so I think that that was very valuable. Mary Jane, I see your hand. You are, I don't hear you. We don't hear you, Mary Jane. Let me answer a question in the meantime really quickly. How come, so, and I can answer this, just, why would you ship the wax to customers instead of them ordering from your website? Because if they order 1 bar of wax from the website, they're going to be charged $8 shipping. And it comes directly from Scentsy, and you don't have the ability to label that bar or include any marketing with it. So by doing it the way that Cindy's doing it, she's collecting $10. So it's costing that customer $10 for a bar of wax instead of 14 plus tax. And Cindy has she can put the scent of the month flyer in there. She could put, you know, a little sample of something, whatever. You have a way to touch it before it goes into your customer's hands. Otherwise, they're paying $14 to only receive a bar of wax that doesn't have your information with it. So it doesn't feel as personal. You want to add anything to that, Cindy?
Nope. I make sure I label everything. I've got stickers that say shout when you're out, and it has my phone number and a picture of me on it, and I put it right on there.
I love that, shout when you're out. Okay, Janie, can you unmute? We can't hear you. Nope, we can't hear you, unfortunately. Perfect. Oh, good, Phyllis, I'm glad. No, Janie's gonna have to, here, hold on. Let's do this.
Cindy, there was another question for you in the chat. Somebody wanted to know how you have gotten your customers, friends, family, social media, like
Everything. Started
All right,
with
hang on one sec, Janie.
started with friends and family. Actually, some of my friends, believe it or not, have never used Scentsy, which is insane. But yeah, mostly family and their friends, and just going down the line and referrals. I even put stickers on my mail that says I love referrals. Ask me what's in it for you is what it says on it. But referrals and parties, you know, I meet so many new people in these parties that are, you know, that are purchasing from me, and then they join my VIP group and they become new customers, and then they eventually host. You know, don't be afraid to ask people if they want to host a party. I'll sometimes send messages and say, hey, I'm giving away all the free Scentsy in October. Do you want to hear more details? And a lot of people say yes, because who doesn't love free Scentsy, especially if I know it's a customer of mine already that's spending so much on it. Obviously I get no's, but I don't give up. I just keep staying consistent. I keep, you know, sending messages if I, you know, want to book a couple more parties for the month. So yeah, just like referral and going down the line, I guess, is how I keep getting new customers.
Okay. All right, Janie, ask us.
Yes. Cindy, what do you use to put in your fragrance carts, your scent carts?
Oh, the
What
scent,
kind of packaging?
the scent crate. What's the packaging for the scent crate?
Yeah.
It probably, well, I'll let her answer that, but it probably differs every month, right? All right, thanks, Janie.
Yes, only for locals. Actually, for the ones I ship, I use the same size box every month that I purchase on Amazon. Amazon is my best friend because I'm always working. I'm working from home, so I don't have time to run to the store looking for things. So I get a lot of my business supplies and stuff on Amazon. You know, I showed my Happy Mail things. I get the stickers on there. I get the mailers on there. I get the little confetti on there. Everything on Amazon.
Do you have an Amazon list that you use that you've set up?
No.
Okay,
I
so
could.
I don't want to give you too much homework, but if you sent me some of the links for a couple of the things that you buy often, I will add them to our Together We Sent Amazon list.
Okay.
So you guys, in the header of our Together We Sent Facebook page, there's the links to the different tools available to you. And one of them is of the Amazon list. And it's togetherwesent.com/Amazon. And that lists all of the things, tools that we buy for our businesses. So it kind of, you can shop that and be like, oh, is there anything that I might need? And it's all sizing according to, anyway. So Cindy, if you send me just a few of those links, maybe boxes or things that you buy recurring.
But I all like almost weekly. Some of the
So
stuff.
if you could send me those, then I will get them added to the Amazon list on our for Together We Sent. Thank you. I have one last question before I let you go. And before I let you guys go. The question is, you have a lot of customer focused activities that you do. And I'm actually going to pin you back up here for a second. You have a lot of customer focused things that you do. You work full time and you have 2 small children. In order to be consistent, you have to have some kind of checklist or calendar, or here's the things I do on a monthly basis. Can you just tell us, can you just kind of give us like what that looks like for you?
I have to have it written down in front of me. I just use a calendar and I just have it all written down. Like I said, my Facebook scheduling post is my best friend because literally on the first of the month, I program my, Scent of the Month Club reminder, or for new people to join in. I schedule my scent crate. I schedule like my recurring things for the month. So that way, come the 15th, if I am super busy or have a lot going on or I'm sick or anything, I don't have to worry about it. It's just there.
All right. So first of the month, you do your scheduling for all of your recurring things. And then you have, obviously there's a certain time of the month that you do your scent of the month club. Then you have, a certain time of the month, you said that people have to, the window to order your scent crate, and you send out your mass emails. That obviously is based on what's releasing. So you can't really put that on some kind of a system. Yeah.
I only send mass emails for new launches. So like the holiday collection, the harvest collection, or any. So that's the only time I send mass emails, because I don't want to bombard people either. So I don't send an email like, hey, I'm doing this special today, or, I don't send like that. I only send emails for new items launching. That's it.
And how many hours would you say, I know it's so hard for us to do this, but how many hours a week would you say that you work on your Scentsy business with all that you're doing? You generate anywhere from $7,000 to $12,000 in PRV. So you're not working 0 hours, and you're probably not putting in another 60 hours. So give us an idea. I know it's hard.
Be 15 to 20, honestly, not anything too crazy.
That's
like
awesome.
Still part-time, but it's more than I'm doubling full-time job salary. It's insane now. Like, I love it.
I mean, you're putting in, 15 to 20 hours a week. It's like you said, a part-time job ish,
right,
time-wise, and forgive me, and the income disclosure is included in the recording down below. So if anybody wants to, it's in the description. But with doing the activities that you talked to us about tonight, and you do have to have those 7 to 10 parties per month, but you're working a part-time schedule, and the
Right.
commission alone just on your PRV is about $3,600 a month. That's just on, and that's on the high side. It's an average, right? Because that's on the high side for PRV, but not too shabby. You're not leaving your house.
Nope.
You are working it when it's, available, or when your time is available, or when it allows. And, we, believe it or not, can find a couple hours in our weeks where we're wasting a little bit of time and could be using it a little bit better. But I love the example you told us your activities, you told us what you do and how you work your business, and that it's 15 to 20 hours ish a week. Yes, you have some expenses for postage and for supplies and things, but when you're making that kind of money, you need to offset your income with some expenses. Sometimes we have to spend a little to make a little bit more. But I feel like you gave us such a wonderful, well-rounded consultant's perspective on how you work your business. And I love that. I love that so much. And I appreciate you.
Just show up daily, consistency. My VIP group is just so it's so engaging. There's I don't know, maybe 700 something people in there. Obviously not everybody comments.
Yeah.
But it's very engaging. Like every day I start off with an engagement post, how many times did you hit snooze today? Just like little things I find on Pinterest. If you don't know what to post, there will be days, I'll admit, I don't know what I want to post first thing in the morning. So, I just go on Pinterest, type in social media engagement post or engagement post, anything like that. So much stuff comes up. So if you're ever just at a loss for what to post, and also, like I said, my customers love when I help them with 6-pack bundles. So I'm always looking on Pinterest, but make sure you pay attention to what wax bars are in that bundle, because sometimes there's some from last year that didn't get brought back. So make sure you're paying attention to the wax. But I sell a lot of 6-pack bundles that way too, just by posting. I posted a bakery bundle yesterday, and I think I sold 7 of those bundles because I have a lot of customers that love bakery fragrances. And they like when you throw it out there for them so they don't have to choose. It's just there for them.
Oh, I love it. Cindy, thank you so much for sharing with us.
You're welcome.
And I am going to